I got another video for other stuff after Lockup season 3, episode 14. Let's get into it. So the episode starts off with Sean and Destiny. They in the pool, and he just getting on her about this 50,000 still. But for me, it's just like, nigga, shut that shit up. I mean, if I'm in his spot, definitely, bitch, I'm not letting up about my 53. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm her, it's just like, nigga, you say that shit again. You bring up this 50,000 again. I'm just gonna run just off the fact that you keep bringing this shit up. Like, you bringing it up is not making me not want to, take off, or it's not making me want to be responsible or be considerate. You bringing this shit up consistently is just making me want to be like, fuck your shit for real, and just fuck you over just cause. So stop that shit. Then you go to Quaylen and Chevelle. They take Myla to the zoo on like a family day type thing. And it was actually wholesome at first till they started arguing about what, I forgot, and who gives a fuck. But in the end, she tells him that she's going to take a step back. And he's like, do whatever you feel like you need to. And we all know she's going to go back because that's the whole premise of the show. And the producers are going to get in her earpiece and tell her to. But don't ever say no shit like that to me. Don't ever tell me do what I feel like I need to do. You fuck around, never hear from me again. Fuck hearing from me. We will never breathe the same fucking air. Every time I see you, I'll make you miserable. Don't you ever in your life tell me do what the fuck I feel like I need to do. Must have lost your rabbit ass mind. So afterwards, then you go to Scott and Lindsay. They finna fuck in the tub. This nigga Scott can't take a sign. She's like, this nigga Scott can't take a sign. She's like, Scott, it's been a minute since, I did the woo woo. And he's like, yeah. She's like, yeah. So Scott, you're not feeling horny? I mean, yeah, I can go for some pussy. Yeah, okay. Hey, Scott. Yeah, take off your clothes. Oh, like, Scott, get in the game, son. What are you doing? Lock in. Scott was that nigga sitting at the end of the bench laughing with his niggas. And granted, like, we was at the end of the bench laughing with our niggas, but like, we was still focused on the game. So just in case, hell froze over and coach threw us in, you would at least know what the fuck was going on. You wasn't too out the loop. This nigga Scott was one of the niggas who was too out the loop. At the end of the bench, lollygagging, and coach looking at him like, nigga, get in the fucking game. What the fuck is you doing? Nigga, she's sitting there with her pussy on a platter, and this nigga looking around. Scott, go to work, nigga. What are you doing? But her little house arrest alarm went off, so she had to charge it, and she charged us on the floor. They laid on the floor, and she got smashed on the floor. But you're not the first bitch with carpet burn. Then they go to Heather and Dylan, and they're still arguing about like his aunt or her aunt or whatever. But they're really not arguing about her aunt anymore. It's more so her behavior and how she's acting, because he still feels like she's acting off the wall and irrational and crazy, what she is. And she is just being loud and extra. I don't know. I really don't even know what she's mad about anymore. You wanted to get away from your aunts. Bitch, we're away from your aunts. What are we still talking about? Like, you got what it is that you wanted. They're not hitting on me or having conversation with me. I'm not expressing my appreciation and gratitude, because at the end of the day, that's really all I was doing. But I'm not doing that anymore. So, like, what do you want? We're on the road. And he's freaking out because his PO is there. And if they don't get back by the time, before his PO decides to leave, that nigga's just going to get locked again. So that's why he's freaking out. But she's freaking out because she's like, oh, I'm trying. And it's like, no, bitch, you're trying to fucking derail what I have going on. You're trying to run this shit off the fucking rails, nigga. Like, what are we talking about? Then why would you not expect for that nigga to freak out? And then that's too what I thought about the last episode is I was like, if this is what's going on the first day, like if you going back and forth with your aunt the first day about this nigga getting out and whatever, how long until, you know what I'm saying? Like, how long is we finna be dealing with this before we get up out of here? Or before we just decide to, like, I don't know, be mature? And just realize that your 90-year-old aunt cannot take your nigga. So, like, I don't care what it is that she says. Who's on oxygen. She's got a nasal cannel. Ah. And he even said that. That's the shit that had me dying. He said that in his confessional. He's like, so if you're intimidated by your aunt, your 90-year-old aunt who's on oxygen, what's gonna happen when I'm at the club, the bar? You know what I'm saying? When he goes out, and that's facts. Like, So yeah, they was just on and on about that. Destiny says that she'll go out with her friend. Can't remember if that's her friend. I don't think she has family, or at least family that she's close with. So while her and Sean were on the road, she got a friend to call her, and pretty much ask her if she was going out. She just said yes without asking Sean, as she should have, because it's like, I'm not asking you for permission, nigga. But yeah, he was thrilled by that, so he was making a big deal about it. The friend came through, got Destiny, and like Sean was pressing her. He's like, just bring her the fuck back. And then in the end, he's like, nice meeting you. She's like, nice meeting you too. I'm like, you don't have to, like, it's not mandatory for you to say nice meeting someone. If I meet you for the first time, and the first time is me taking your girlfriend out and you're making a big deal about when she gets home, it's not nice meeting you. It's not nice meeting you. You're actually such a headache, and it was not a pleasure at all meeting you. And I wish I never did. And I wish we never did. Anyway, then lastly, the episode ends with Scott and Lindsay again. Scott is reading through some letter that fucking Lindsay wrote, which, like, this is essentially like checking a bitch phone, but she's a prison bitch, so the bitch didn't have a phone prior. Reading the bitch notes is almost like checking a prison bitch phone, but cool, whatever. He's reading it and he's like, what am I reading? Like, this is like, wow, I can't believe what I'm seeing. So I'm like, what is the nigga reading? Like, read it to us. Like, nigga, we can't see that shit. And essentially, it's like, what Lindsay claims, is that when you're in prison, you get bored and you want to look at funny things. So she wrote funny things from a book. So Scott read the quote unquote funny things from the book, this excerpt, and it was like, oh yeah, I've met his type before. He's an egotistical maniac who thinks he's just so, fond with the ladies, and he's got all the bitches, and I'm just using him until he gives me a ring and I'm able to escape. Or I'm able to make my great escape with the ring. And I was like, where was the joke? I was like, bitch, that hit a little bit too close to home. If I was Scott, I'd be mad too. Bitch, what book is that? Tell me that book. You was in the pen. You liked the book enough to write down this excerpt, bitch, so you know what book it was. What book is this? We finna get that book and turn to that page immediately. Bitch, with the urgency. We turn into that page and it better say every last fucking word. That shit hit a little bit too. So it's a coincidence the nigga's name is Scott too. No, I'm fucking with you. But yeah, that was the end of that episode. Now we're going on to 15. But anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, for the